No, God does not take us through anything without there being a lesson involved. One thing that we must realize about life is the fact that when we are following Jesus and we go through our life experiences of ups and downs and different situations, there will always be a lesson that God wants to teach us when he takes us through things that test us, stretch us, and ultimately cut us in order to grow us. See, the problem is most times in our life, when we go through these different situations and circumstances that don't necessarily feel good, we tend to quit and give up in the moment rather than continuing through what God is taking us through. But the problem with quitting in the midst of what God is taking us through is we cause ourselves to stop the growth, the stretching, and the testing that God is doing within us before we fully develop into the next level of ourselves that God wants us to become. You see, what we must understand is the Bible tells us in Psalm 32:8, New International Version, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. This means that Jesus himself is letting us know that he will instruct us and teach us through everything that God takes us through. Because it is in what we go through that Jesus is able to teach us and counsel us in the way we should go so that we are able to become all that he has called us to be through him. Furthermore, the Bible also tells us in Proverbs 4:11-13, New International Version, I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. This means that when God takes us through our go-throughs, it is to instruct us and teach us so that we are able to gain wisdom in our life through our circumstances. This also means that when we let God lead, our steps will not be hindered and we will not stumble along our paths. And when we hold on to God and his instruction, our life will fully be fulfilled. Therefore, we must learn the lessons that God wants to teach us through the situations, circumstances, ups and downs that we go through, so that we can grow, develop, and achieve as we become all that God has called us to be.